Hello and welcome to episode 7 of our podcast.
That's right. Today, I'm pretty sure y'all know we're about to talk about Nintendo Direct. Get out of the way first. The new Super Comedy Bros. Supposed to be up on Friday, of course. But I got hit by the flu like a truck. So if you're listening to this today on Monday, not today when we're recording it, but Monday when it goes live, it'll be up later that day. Probably around like noon or something. So just keep an eye out for that. But let's just go ahead and start diving into some of that there news. Man, Nintendo hit us with like a load of the bombshells there, didn't they?
Yeah, so this direct was actually the first full direct I've ever sat through. I've seen some of the Iwata Ask Iwata sections of them, but I've never really just sat down and watched one. I didn't watch it when it dropped. I watched it a little bit later after all of the hype. But it was pretty neat. I might actually have to tune in regularly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like a mini E3, it's weird that they can do like their mini E3s all year and then still bring it at E3. I don't really know how that works, but hey, they do it.
Yeah, it was really neat. There's some stuff on there that really surprised me, and then there was stuff that I was surprised were continuing franchises. Yeah.
Yeah.
Felt very out of the loop.
Yeah, like there was the Dylan's Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers. The only reason I ever even knew about that guy is because I saw him in Smash Brothers using an assist trophy, and I didn't know what he was from.
Yeah, he looked familiar, when his logo popped up or whatever. But
yeah, and then I saw the game and I was like, well, I have no clue what any of this is.
Yeah, but it kind of looks neat.
And it looks like a pretty cool game.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go out and buy it, but
yeah,
I definitely kind of want to. I don't know.
Yeah, it's something I'm interested in.
Looking.
If there's a demo on the eShop, I'll check it out for sure. That one's pretty cool. I'm trying to think if there's any little news to get out of the way before we dive full on into the direct. The only thing I can think of is we got some better shots of Shazam.
Oh yeah,
the front, and that looks really, really awesome.
Yeah, and I guess I don't know. I guess I called the shots too soon with saying that there wasn't texturing on his suit, because there is texturing on his suit, but it still looks like spandex. It doesn't look rubbery.
Yeah, it's subtle texturing or whatever, so that's not too bad.
It looks cool, and Zachary Levi does kind of look like a grown man child.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but
and I've seen some criticisms of the muscle suit and how it is disproportionate, but I wonder if those people have ever looked at Shazam in the comics, because he is disproportionately large and has a tiny head.
Yeah, that and look at it in motion versus stills on set.
Mm-hmm.
After it goes through that Hollywood magic machine, it'll look fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah,
it looks like it'll be fun. Movie news was really kind of slow this week.
Yeah, no kidding.
There was a trailer for Netflix's remake of Lost in Space, and that looks cool.
Yeah, that looks amazing, actually. I didn't think you'd ever get me excited for a Lost in Space movie, but or series or whatever, but yeah.
Yeah, and it looks neat. I watched reruns of the old one. I think it's Nick at Night or whatever they put it on.
Yeah.
And it is definitely, it's like Swiss Family Robinson meets Star Trek, but with an even lower budget.
Yeah. But I mean, it's such a broad concept. It makes sense that it'd be good on Netflix. So they do whatever they want with it. There's nothing tethering it, you know.
And it looks like they got a huge budget, so it's the opposite.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Robot looks way cooler.
Yeah, freaking Danger Will Robinson is looks like he's been hitting the gym.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a soda machine or a battle tank. Because, there was the 90s one, and they, updated and make him look cool, but he was basically just like a tank.
Yeah, it looked kind of dumb. And the original one looked like some, Flash Gordon Dalek weird thing with, tube arms and whatnot, so...
Alpha 5 meets a Dalek.
Yeah.
Like actually 100%. Yeah. And the old show's cheesy. The movie was kind of cool. Like I liked it, and
Yeah.
um,
It was good for the 90s.
yeah, it was good for the 90s, and it had the super cool like helmet. When the guy's like assembling his gun, he
Mhm.
puts the helmet on, and like that's all I remember.
Yeah, and didn't the guy like turn into a spider or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Who is that?
It's scary. It's scary.
Gary Oldman? Yeah, Gary
Uh-huh.
Oldman does turn into a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this new one looks cool. It kind of aesthetically, it looks like Ridley Scott. Like it looks like Prometheus or Alien Covenant
Yeah.
with a little bit of Mass Effect.
Yeah, which I'm totally because like the suits and like the even their like little like rover ships,
Their rover ship looks exactly like
like massive the
Mass
Mako
Effect,
or whatever. Yeah. So it's
Um,
like they took the best of both worlds.
but their spacesuits have that kind of like Ridley Scott-esque
Yeah, just like
dome head kind of looking.
yeah, it's like the Ridley
Really
Scott,
cool.
but like more the like with the Mass Effect slimlining kind of
Mhm.
streamlining, you know.
But it looks neat. I'll check it out.
Oh yeah, dude, definitely.
Um,
Beyond that, the only thing I can think of.
Punisher season 2 started filming.
Oh yeah, Punisher season 2 started filming.
Uh-huh.
I hadn't checked out Jessica Jones season 2 has started, which I actually do want to check out because I enjoyed the first one.
Did it start?
Yeah, it actually started. I hadn't I had a chance because
Oh, okay.
you know, but yeah, I mean, because I was feeling sick and I was like, that's not the kind of series that makes you feel good, and I need feel goods right now because I'm not feeling good.
Yeah, I've only seen Daredevil and Punisher.
Yeah,
I watched a little bit of Jessica Jones, but
yeah, I like Jessica Jones. It had too many ups and downs.
Mhm.
Like Kilgrave was a good villain half the time,
yeah,
but he suffered from that like Doctor Doom, like Xanatos, where it's like, oh, I've always got a way out, even when it's really
Yeah.
convoluted, and
Yeah.
that kind of got old. Luke Cage was really good. The first half of the season
Mhm.
for me was like the best of the Netflix
Mhm.
series. The second half, not as much,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to pick it up. I'm terrible. I'm a
dude,
terrible
I'm
nerd.
so behind. Like I've only
Yeah.
seen like a little bit more than you have on those. But yeah, that's pretty
Punisher was
cool.
great though.
Yeah, I need to watch Punisher. It looks really good.
Slow. It was really slow, but then when he started punishing, he punished very well.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. So that's good. Hopefully you don't hear that dog that's barking.
yeah.
Probably are. Yeah, I think that's it for movies. The only other game news that I really
Mhm.
want to touch on, I guess, is that Valve has a bunch of games in development, but they're not they're not Half-Life 3, so who cares? I think they're like VR games or something like
Yeah,
that.
Valve can't do threes.
They can't. No. Well,
They
they're
make
getting
great
closer.
awesome games.
They're getting closer. Well, it's VR, not 3D, but whatever. It's like the same thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Are they in like Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, Portal 1 and 2,
yeah,
Half-Life 1 and 2, Half-Life Episode 1
episode 2,
and Episode 2?
Team Fortress 1 and 2,
Yeah,
Portal 1 and 2. Did you say Portal?
I did say Portal 1 and
Okay,
2.
well, it's worth saying again. Portal's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
And-
they don't do threes.
And it's kind of okay. Like Left 4 Dead, Portal, Team Fortress, like it's okay that there's not a 2, but when you leave off on a cliffhanger and then Half-Life 2 ends on a cliffhanger. Then you do Half-Life 2 Episode 1,
Mm-hmm.
which is on a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh my gosh, I can't take this. Then Episode 2 comes out, and you're like, okay, that's fine. And then it's like, oh no, we're going to kill a main character, which we won't talk about in case people haven't played it,
Yeah.
long. It's been a while, but we're going to kill a main character, then we're going to end on another cliffhanger.
Like a pretty big cliffhanger.
A
Because then it's like,
huge one.
I think like a character dies, another character gets kidnapped, and then like Gorgon Freeman there gets like smacked around and like is like getting knocked unconscious right at the end. So
Yeah,
it's like, are
so-
we dealing with like a James Bond's like world fades to black thing here, or what's
Yeah.
going on? Like that's a
Ooh.
reference that most people aren't gonna get. One of the books ended with James Bond's world fades to black as he gets stabbed, and then
Which is very lucky on Ian Fleming, because Ian Fleming wanted him to die.
mm-hmm.
And then he got really popular right around that time. And so I guess Ian Fleming went, I'm glad that the last phrase, like the last line was Bond's world faded to black. He's like, because miraculously, I'll just open up the next book with Felix Leiter saving him, who was right down the hallway.
Yeah.
So that was a bullet dodge. And
Yeah,
a really good one.
Because if he had written it literally any other way, then it would have been bad. But yeah, so like we don't know. I guess Gordon Freeman's dead and the world is taken over by the Combine or whatever. But yeah, whatever. I've actually gotten to the point I don't care.
At this point,
yeah.
They started Steam and they kind of just lost their drive, I think.
Yeah, they don't really care.
Because
they don't
they're
even
making
like
a ton of
make
money.
games anymore.
Yeah.
They just like produce them, which is
I can't blame them. I mean, because Steam, like, they're making more money than they ever did before.
Yeah, but it's so weird because like Gabe Newell was like independently wealthy before he started Valve, and he
That's
started
true.
Valve because he just wanted to make games and he didn't really care about money because he had more money than he needed. So it's weird that now their focus is on that. But whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. So we got some Nintendo talking about.
And boy, oh boy, does Nintendo always... It's always in the background, and then you're like, oh wait, no, Nintendo's great. And then
Yeah,
you watch a Nintendo Direct and you go, man, I am so excited about everything Nintendo. And then next week I'll be playing my PS, 4 and go, man, Nintendo was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's terrible to say, but like I love Nintendo. I don't have a Switch yet, but I want to buy one. And after watching this Direct, I really want to buy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and the 3DS, everybody was saying it was dead, then this came around, so...
Yeah, there's a lot of good news on 3DS, so I guess we can, two really big heavy hitters.
Yes.
Dudley Do-Right's Dig, or whatever that thing is. Like,
I am convinced that's what
it
it's
could
called.
be great, and I'm sure one of our 14 listeners is like, hey man, back off, you crossed the line.
Let me know how Dudley Do-Right is.
Mm-hmm. But like, two huge heavy hitters on the 3DS. Starting with, I guess we can go and talk about WarioWare.
Yeah.
Gold.
Yeah, it's like apparently it's just like all the best WarioWare minigames in one cart.
Yeah, and the biggest. I think it's like the most.
Yes.
Like,
let's see here.
Content volume wise is the biggest WarioWare yet.
300. I think it's 300 microgames.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a ton.
Mm-hmm.
And those games are stupid fun. Like, they shouldn't be fun.
Yeah, WarioWare is one of those weird things where I'm like, ugh, I don't want to buy a minigame, but then I play it and I go, yeah, I'll buy this.
Yeah, the only thing is it's really at its best as a party game, so that's relying on everybody having it.
It's true.
Actually, it might do share play, so...
And that would be a really cool thing. We didn't get a lot, other than it's just the biggest WarioWare.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all WarioWare is, but yeah, it might be more, but the other big one...
Picking noses and stuff.
Yeah, and like Karate Samurai or something, probably, and dodging cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an important skill.
Yeah, dodging cars is very important. Yeah. The other one.
This one. Oh my gosh.
It's going to have me picking up my 3DS, which I was like so done. I was like, I don't want to play my 3DS anymore. I'm tired of it.
It's going to have me plugging in my GameCube.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
No kidding. Oh boy, we're getting...
Everybody sit down.
Luigi's Mansion 3DS remake. Man.
Yep.
That's just like phenomenal. I can't believe because I know they did Dark Moon, which is cool. Don't get me wrong.
And Dark Moon was really good.
It was really good, but an actual full remake of the original is something I've wanted for a long time.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion was like one of the single most enjoyable experiences I had playing a GameCube.
Yeah,
I'd say that Wind Waker, Resident Evil 4.
Oh man,
I liked Super Mario Sunshine. I know some people didn't. But there was a summer where it was like Luigi's Mansion, then Wind Waker, then Mario Sunshine, then Resident Evil 4, and it was just like, that was a really good summer.
Oh yeah, for sure. Luigi's Mansion was so good, and I haven't played it since I originally played it back when I first got my GameCube. And I actually have been wanting to like fire it up because it's such a good game.
I picked up a used copy. I had a friend let me borrow the game, and I beat it in like 2 or 3 days.
Nice.
Yeah, I had played it so much, and I probably got grounded for playing that game so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't played it since. So I mean, I was in middle school.
Yeah.
And when the trailer came up, like I was actually like humming the song, and I was like, how do I remember that?
Yeah, it's so iconic. Like that game for having only played it once,
Mhm.
like I can remember so much of it distinctly.
Yes.
And it's like I love that game so much. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, and it's kind of neat because like I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. Like I love Resident Evils. That being said, in middle school, elementary school, like Resident Evil was the most terrifying experience of my life. So I remember playing the remake of Resident Evil, and literally it taking me like 3 days to get probably to like, I don't know, the 15-minute mark of that game because I'd
Yeah.
play it for like a moment and be like, I can't do this. And then you pop in Luigi's Mansion, and it's basically it's like Cartoon Land Spencer State.
It really like the opening hallway.
Yeah,
It's
main
straight
foyer.
up. It's straight up Spencer Estate.
Yeah, I don't
Like-
know if I've read somewhere that it was supposed to be, but
If it wasn't stated anywhere, it's clearly like
yeah,
like intended to be, because it's too like. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's like generic European mansion, but like
I
it
don't
doesn't
know.
look like it to me. It looks
Yeah.
pretty like straight up.
so Luigi's Mansion
Mm,
on the go.
yeah. And then I mean a remake of Bowser's Inside Story, which and the Mario and Luigi Superstar saga.
Wait, is it a
games.
remake or is it a new one?
It's a remake plus, so it's like it's a remake and then they've added more.
Okay.
So it's
okay.
like they've added extra chapters,
There
which is
seems to
pretty
be a
good.
lot. This Nintendo Direct made me excited, but it seems like it was almost all games that we've already played.
Yes, surprisingly, yes. There was only a couple new ones, and it really was only like a couple new ones, but the couple new ones were good.
Yeah, so
that's the main thing.
the Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story.
Yeah,
That was the last announcement, right, on 3DS?
that was the last 3DS. There was only 3 games or something like that on there. Yeah.
But
Yeah, a couple of honorable mentions, but weren't super interesting for the Switch news, at least for me.
yeah, Switch,
Yeah, Akami. I could take it or leave it. I was never a huge fan of Akami.
And this is like the 4th or 5th iteration of Okami, right?
Yeah, and I want to say it's an HD remaster, so
It could be good, but like
well, of course it's good. It's Okami, but it's not like it's gonna be the same game.
Yeah, and it's been the same game on multiple consoles.
Yeah, and I mean,
It's good if you haven't played it. Pick it up.
oh
and
yeah,
play it.
for sure. It's a beautiful game. Then there's the Dark Souls, which we're getting a Dark Souls amiibo, so I think
I think that's the coolest part
that's
about
the
it.
coolest part of it. Yeah,
But
the Praise the Sun Solaire like amiibo.
But
Beyond
Dark
that,
Souls, yeah.
if it was Dark Souls 3, maybe because that one's like actually
Mhm.
good, but I was never super into the other ones, so.
It's a good game. I don't know if like I want to. Maybe on the go, but
I don't know, man. That's like a sit down kind of game.
It is.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. But whatever. This one almost broke you, the Sushi Striker.
oh yes. Is it what is it called again?
Sushi Striker,
I am totally game.
Way of the Sushido.
Yeah, Way of Shushido. I'm down.
Yeah, like, all right, man. I don't even know where to go. Like, it was
Yeah,
like
you're like a ninja and you're fighting ninja clans to like bring back sushi or something like that.
yeah, because like the like government banned sushi.
Yeah.
It looks like you're fighting like the Men in Black, but
Yeah.
you're like sushi samurai ninjas.
Yeah.
it's got like a
Mhm.
like a J-pop sushi song, so it's like all right, yeah.
Yeah, it has a theme song about
Sushimo or
Sushido,
Sushido, yeah.
the way of sushi.
Dude, like
That game did almost break me.
I saw it on your face. Like
I was like, all right, well, thank you, Japan. I'm glad that you delivered something I never thought I needed.
yeah.
And something I really actually don't need. But it's there. And I
Yeah.
have to accept it.
Yeah. There's
Sushido. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd already seen it, but Octopath Traveler.
Ooh,
We got
yeah.
a little bit more on that.
Which, isn't that a saga? It's like it's like spiritually a saga game.
I think maybe I'm not entirely sure, but it looks good. And they revealed the special edition. They released revealed the release date July 13th.
Yeah. That looks really good.
I mean, it looks straight up like a '90s SquareSoft RPG just done in 2018.
It reminds me a lot of Bravely Default, but if Bravely Default's characters were 8-bit.
Yeah.
But
or,
it has,
or,
it has
it's like closer to like 16-bit.
or
but
16-bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
it does a good mixed media with
it
like
does. It does, but Bravely Default was really cool because it kind of looked like you were walking around on a story, like in a storyboard, not a storyboard, but like a storybook.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, I
good.
really like that because it's like you'd think that like the palette of like browns and tans
Mhm.
would look boring and muddy, but it looks like you're opening up
It's real
like
inviting.
an old map or an old
Mhm.
book, and it just looks inviting. I think that's the best way I could think to describe it. So yeah, I'm down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to see how it really plays. It looks like it plays like like whatever, like Bravely Default or like Final Fantasy 6 or whatever, like classic turn based. But we'll see. And it's got like class system, which was or like a job system or whatever, which was kind of like Final Fantasy 4 played, right? The job system or whatever, right? 5, yeah.
5.
So that's good.
It was 3. Like 3.
3-5.
Yeah,
Right.
3 introduced it. 4 went back to being like pre-established character sets, and then
Yeah, that was like-
5
yeah,
had
that's-
the job system.
That's right, because like
6 had a modified job system.
did it? Yeah, might have.
Mhm.
Yeah, because like
Yeah, it's like-
because 4 was Cecil, right? And
Yeah.
like the
Mhm.
Dragoon.
Because it's like after the world's end or the end of the world or whatever.
yeah,
in
yeah,
6.
yeah. After they get to the pub at World's End.
Yeah.
Yeah. At World's End,
Yeah.
whatever that movie's called. It was a good movie. Yeah, that's fucking 90s SquareSoft. I'm getting nostalgic here because man, ever since they sold to Squeenix, we get like 50% good games, 50% whatever the heck Enix part of Square
Mhm.
is.
We get Enixed.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
But moving on.
yeah, we got Captain Code looks really good.
Yeah.
They're adding some new stuff, getting some new Donk City, which is always fun. I just like saying that.
New Donk City. It sounds like you're about to say something really bad.
It
Like
really
something
is.
that we're going to have to censor.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know what I'm doing? I'm going to New Donk City. You're like, whoa,
Whoa,
whoa.
whoa.
Hey, okay, well, no, never mind. Got it.
Yeah.
I never played Captain Toad, but I heard it was good, so maybe I'll check it out.
It's good for like
Maybe I'll buy a Switch
yeah. Yeah.
so I can check all these games out.
It's good for like I got like 10 to 20 minutes. Let me just sit down and play a game. Because it's like they're all like their own like vignette. They're based on like a type of. It's like they're like based on a diorama or whatever,
Oh.
like, but it's like a specific type of like
Like the maps?
Japanese diorama thing where it's like it's like a something garden is what it's called.
Mhm. Are you talking about the maps in the game? You just said they are. They are based off.
Oh yeah, the game, the levels. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, the levels in the game. Each one is like it's like a self-contained thing,
Okay.
and it's like its own little vignette. It's something as a something garden. I can't remember what it's called. And so it's kind of cool, like because it's this self-contained puzzle, and you got to go through. It's like an environmental puzzle,
Mm-hmm.
and you play as a toad, which is super cool. He's like an Indiana Jones toad, so
Mhm.
that's always fun. Like you can't go wrong with that. Yeah, and it's cool. You can sit down and play for 20 minutes or an hour, doesn't matter, and you'll still get a full experience.
Nice.
And it's also coming to the 3DS, so there's that.
Mhm.
Because it's actually you know me, I'm not big on portable, but that is actually a perfect game for portable, I have to admit, because it's I got 10 minutes while I wait for this. I can throw that on or whatever. Undertale is coming to the Switch. I actually don't care. I don't think you care.
I don't know what Undertale is.
It's like this RPG. It was kind of fun. It was like a unique thing. It's all right. It's cool. It's just it's been on like literally everything, so it's like
Okay.
it's that checks out. Of course, it's gonna be on the Switch. Like,
Mhm.
whatever. Like South Park, The Fractured But Whole.
Gotta give a pause.
You gotta have that pause. That's coming to the Switch.
And that's a good game.
It is a good
It's a
game.
really good game. It doesn't seem like a Nintendo game.
Surprising, yeah. Apparently Nintendo's actually making a push to have a wider variety.
There was that like South Park like shooter on the 64. Remember that?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they're apparently having like a push to have a wider demographic on the Switch than they did on previous, because like they kind of got too
well, like
deep.
Dark Souls. That's pretty.
Yeah, exactly.
Animated.
So they want to cater to all audiences.
Okay.
Then of course we've got some. I guess we could call them former rivals coming to the Switch.
Yeah. So Crash Bandicoot's coming to a Nintendo console, so everybody get ready because the end of the world's happening and pigs are flying.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have the sneaking suspicion that like a crappy Crash Bandicoot game was on like a Nintendo's back in the day. So. But like these are like the original like Naughty Dog classics.
Yeah, like 1, 2, 3.
The Insane Trilogy, and so like the Holy Trinity of Crash going to the Nintendo, that's nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, they'd be like Sonic 1, 2, 3 coming.
Yeah,
to Nintendo, which it has, right?
It has
on the Virtual Console, yeah.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like in a box on a shelf.
Yeah, and it's also like Nintendo, like it was like Sega doesn't have a console anymore. Like
that's true.
Like Sony Entertainment still owns Crash Bandicoot, don't they?
I think.
Because like that was like a first party deal.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah.
Because it was like there was like a joint ownership between Sony Entertainment and Universal something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird. But hey, like whatever. I can respect Sony for being like, hey, we're kind of on top right now. Let's let everybody have a little Crash, you know?
Oh yeah.
Except maybe Xbox. I don't think it's on Xbox. Pretty much just PlayStation and Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, maybe that's their bid for getting Crash and Smash and Crash.
Maybe.
Little Nightmares, that looks good. I don't know anything about it, but it looks
pretty fun.
Looks like it will creep me right out.
It's pretty creepy, and in the Direct they've got like a Pac-Man mask, and it was literally the stuff of nightmares. I really didn't need to see that image, but I saw it.
Listen, if I'm gonna play a game where literally every single thing in the game gives me nightmares, I don't need my main character to give me nightmares.
It looks like a rotten lemon
with a face. And like a gaping maw. Like it's like no.
Yeah, it's pretty weird looking.
That was pretty good. You got Hyrule Warriors has a release date. I don't think I had one previously, but
so I never got a Wii U. But it seems like I lucked out because all the Wii U games that I wanted to play are now on the Switch.
Yeah, pretty much all of them. Because like Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition is coming out, and that one was all of the DS and the Wii U version. Because like they had separate, like the DS had stuff that the Wii U didn't have, and now it's just all of it and more. They're adding more, and then it's got local co-op and all that. Like it's gonna be a good game.
It is.
I'm super down with that. It's because it's gonna have like Breath of the Wild stuff in addition to all the like other things. So that's good. New stuff with ARMS, which is I know you haven't seen much of that because like on the Switch they hadn't kept up with that, but it's like a cool fighting game, and it's like everybody is basically
like doorstop arms.
Yeah, it's like everybody's like Stretch Armstrong. Boxer basically, like they all have like springs or some sort of variant, of that for their arms, and they all have like special powers and stuff. It's very arcadey, but it's easy to pick up and it looks really fun. So they're doing like a tournament, and that's gonna be pretty cool. So,
very cool.
It's interesting to see Nintendo supporting some kind of like official like tournament play stuff because they don't normally cater to any kind of like hardcore type stuff. We got Mario Tennis.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, we hadn't got Mario Tennis since GameCube. Like I think there was like a port of the GameCube one on the Wii, but we didn't get one on the Wii.
Really?
Yeah.
The Wii seems like that would be a shoo-in.
Well, they ported the GameCube one with the motion controls. I guess we did. Okay, so I take that back. We got one on the Wii U, but it was like garbage.
Oh.
It was just not good. I think it was one of those things where it's like they knew the Wii U was dead in the water, so like they cut funding to it.
Okay.
if I had to guess.
But this one looks pretty big.
This one looks amazing. They've added some that classic Nintendo flair,
Like battle mechanics.
Yeah,
like breaking your racket.
Yeah, like you're gonna attack the other person's racket, and like you
Yeah.
do like special moves and stuff, and it's like, yeah, I'm down. Like, cause the GameCube one had like special moves, but it was real basic and like just arbitrary. But this one like has like mechanics built around it, where like
It was like a lot of fun.
I'm actually super into it because like tennis has been always. I don't give a crap about tennis. Mario Tennis has always been one of my favorite like sports games.
Mario can make you care a lot about sports that you don't like.
Yeah, no kidding. I almost played Mario Strikers, and I really don't like soccer at all. I mean, I didn't, but I thought about it, and that says a lot. But yeah, like even back in the 64, I played like the Mario Tennis and like
Even Mario Golf back on the Nintendo. It's
Dude.
pretty good.
Mario Golf. Where is my Mario Golf? Like Mario Golf Toadstool Tour on the GameCube was like that was like the game in our household. Like me and my dad and my brother used to play that all the time. So I want another one of those. Nintendo, get on that. Get that new Mario Golf. I want like golf Mario mechanic. Like I don't know, like super swings.
Like Battle Golf.
Battle Golf.
Something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, new Splatoon expansion, which is good. There's a bunch of free stuff coming out, gear and stuff like that. That's kind of cool. And then a paid DLC, the first paid DLC in the franchise actually, but it's a story expansion, which is interesting. Is the Splatoon franchise has a very surprisingly deep story for being a game about moe squids. Because like
that statement makes me uncomfortable.
It is. It's a surprisingly wholesome game, considering the subject matter and it being coming out of Japan. But it's coming out from Nintendo, so that's cool.
That's good.
Yeah, because like the first game seemed pretty straightforward. You know, like you got squids, and then they like the story mode was like you're fighting the octopus bad guys. But like if you got like the sunken scrolls, which was like these like it was like an item hidden in each level, and you could get them, and then it would add extra lore, and it'd just be like at first like you'd get the first few, and it'd just be like random little things. It's like, oh, okay, cool, like little like past history on this, you know, because like the Inklings and the Octolings, they had a war, and then it's like you're reading more, and it's like, oh, well, this is kind of like just talking about some Inkling war crimes. Like, it doesn't seem like maybe the Inklings were the best guys in the past. Oh, hold on. Yeah, like, the main help kind of looks like Tokyo. I thought that was just a coincidence. No, like, you read more of these, and it's, like, talking about, like, you see, like, records of, like, scientists talking, and it's like, oh, no, like, humanity was wiped out by, like, you know, floods and stuff, and
I thought you were going to say moe squid.
No, like it's like all humanity died, and like the sea life, like evolved into like the dominant species, and this is actually like the most adorable. Yeah, this is like the most adorable post-apocalypse game ever. And so like the lore got pretty deep, and the second game got even more so. So I'm actually kind of interested in story DLC, surprisingly, for this game. The Nintendo's take at a multiplayer competitive shooter type deal, and it's actually got an engaging story.
Nice.
Learn from that freaking EA. But yeah, and then and the last one, because let's be honest, that's what we're all really interested in.
Yeah, there's.
Oh wait, no, actually, you know what? Hold on.
There's something there. Before the big one, there's, to me, the bigger one.
Yeah. And,
which
you know,
I am super pumped for.
Hey, you know what? God willing, they might be related.
They might be.
Oh man,
they might be.
That would be the day.
But we're getting a new No More Heroes.
Travis Strikes Again.
Yes,
it's like
No More Heroes 3.
Oh, it looks like a No More Heroes like Tron type thing.
Yeah, I'm super pumped because the first two were like heavily like influenced by like older retro video games.
Yeah.
This one, Travis Touchdown is in a video game.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, dude.
So yeah, he's sucked into a video game and he's playing video games, and it seems like they take the mini game mechanic. It seems like it's going to be even. It's going to be like the forefront because it looks like each game that he plays is a different type of play style. So, or each level that he is kind of like a different aesthetic or a different type of
or like different mechanics and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm pumped. The first one I think was like one of the most genius strokes on the Wii.
It had like everything from like a cat petting mini game to like
mowing grass.
Mowing grass
and
making it interesting.
Yeah, picking up garbage. Yeah, that was a good one. Grabbing coconuts.
Yeah,
they're running with coconuts.
You know, even recharging your beam katana was quite the mini game.
It is, and it was just it's cool. It's over the top. It's super violent. Like this, it's definitely an M-rated game.
Oh yeah,
and it's wildly inappropriate at times, but it's just one of the most stylistically cool experiences I've played in a video game. And then 2 kind of like took everything that was awesome about the first one and then threw away everything that was bad.
Yeah. Well, because like the first one was like real rough around the edges. We're just like, we're just like, let's do it work. Let's just do everything. Let's throw everything at the board, see what sticks.
Well, and like a lot of the mini games were like, oh, you need to go fight this guy. Oh, you need to go do a time trial fight of this guy. Or oh, you need to fight. And then like you would have the job, so you would have like it was only a few, you know, like mowing the grass or picking up coconuts or picking up trash, like. You know, and there's a lot of collectibles like in the city that you were at, and you had your motorcycle that you could drive around.
Like rad, like giant.
Yeah, but like the basic core controls and game, it was basically just like long hallways.
Yeah,
like long hallways and
like
fight.
Beat 'em ups and stuff. Yeah.
So it was kind of like a 3D side, like if you played Double Dragon, but it went front to back instead of side to side.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really good. Two had a ton of fun mini games, and kind of improved on everything and went zanier and wackier.
Yeah, and like because the story of it, for those of you who don't know, which is possibly quite a few people, because it was, despite being as popular of a game it is, it's kind of a cult classic. It flew under the radar a bit.
Yeah, it did. A lot of Suda51's games do. Yeah,
well, like. I'm trying to think. There's like I've played a couple of them that are just really good. There was like an FPS that they made that was surprisingly fun.
Killer 7.
Killer 7,
which was really good.
That was good
and weird.
It was super weird,
like beyond uncomfortably weird.
Yeah, but like Travis Touchdown is the main character of No More Heroes, and he's like this otaku like.
He's like this really cool otaku.
Yeah, he's like what otaku wish they were.
Like, he is the coolest otaku that ever otaku'd, but like if you saw him in real life, you'd be like, man, what a jerk.
Yeah, because he's got like the aviators, the pompadour, like
a moe like magic girl shirt.
Yeah, that's right, he does.
A red leather jacket.
Like
one glove.
Converse. Oh yeah, one glove. Yeah.
One leather glove.
And then he has a beam katana.
And you said pompadour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his goal is to be the #1 assassin, and because we're going on anime rules, because of course he is the biggest otaku ever, he has to fight and defeat every assassin up to the top assassin to be the #1 assassin.
So he accidentally kills like the number 10 assassin.
Oh, that's right. It's not actually his goal. He just accidentally does it.
Yeah. So the game opens up, and it's almost sad because I think the guy, like the dude in the opening cinematic that he's fighting, is a really cool character design. It's like Dante from Devil May Cry, and he's super awesome.
Yeah.
And it's the opening cinematic, and you're thinking, oh man, this is the trailer that they showed at E3. This is awesome. And then the guy's just dead, and you didn't even play it.
Yeah.
But you find out, he just attacked Travis for no reason. I don't know why. And Travis accidentally got on the scoreboard. But now that he's on the scoreboard, assassins want to kill him to get on the scoreboard. So he goes, well, you know what? I'm just going to work my way up.
Yeah, because the way it works is at least they measure at the top 10 level. to be the number 9 assassin, you have to kill the number 9 assassin, so forth, so forth. So he's like, well, I'm not going to be number 10 because that's the entry level. Everybody's going to be gunning for number 10.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go work my way all the way up to number 1.
Yes.
Because then everybody has to work through the other 10 to get to me.
Yeah.
And I mean, it
never really explains how they replace the others.
Yeah, I've thought about that a lot. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you like kill 10, you become 10. You kill 9, you become 9. Who's 10 now?
Yeah, because it's not like they're measuring below.
No.
Unless they are.
Maybe.
And like he just jumped like a chain of like 1,000.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter.
It makes about as much sense as your standard anime, and that's okay.
Because Travis Touchdown is the best anime character that was never in an anime.
Yeah, and the game is really cel shaded and very goofy and
very self aware.
The first time I ever played a Wii game where I was like, oh, this Wiimote actually is a thing. It's not a gimmick because like it's his cell phone. So when you get a cell phone call, the audio comes through the Wiimote. It doesn't come through the TV.
Speaker,
So you actually have to hold it up to your ear to hear what's going on. It's just weird, kind of funny, silly stuff like that that made it a very interactive and fun game.
Yeah. I'm really hoping that we get a No More Heroes 1 and 2 compilation on the Switch.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I keep tracking them down, and I don't think they're super expensive on the Wii.
No, I think I got both of them for about $25.
Yeah.
Each.
Yeah. And that's fine, and I don't mind playing it on the Wii. And I probably will, just to get that kind of like classic, feel. But it would be nice to have them because not everybody has a Wii. Not everybody can go back and play it. So like just to have it available for everybody because it was such a fly under the radar type of game. Much like how they're making Bayonetta 3 for the Switch and they're releasing Bayonetta 1 and 2 on the Switch.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, because they realized Bayonetta 1, nobody played it. That's why Nintendo bought that franchise so cheap.
Yeah.
And then Bayonetta 2, nobody played because it was on the Wii U, which nobody had. So they're like, we're going to pour a bunch of money into Bayonetta 3 because it's on the Switch, which means everybody will play it.
We hope.
But let's put Bayonetta 1 and 2 on there.
Yeah, because nobody played them.
Because nobody played them.
Yeah.
And
even though they're great.
They're fantastic games. And in fact, they seemingly went out of their way to hide the fact that they were good games. Because they never showed any gameplay in the trailers.
Yeah, it's true.
They just were like, look how sexy Bayonetta is. And I'm like, I really don't care.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I was talking about, it's like, yeah, Bayonetta apparently is in Smash. And it's like, oh yeah, Bayonetta's cool as hell. And I'm like, wait.
Yeah, what? She's really cool.
Apparently, like, just, like, Devil May Cry, but she's got guns on her feet.
Yeah.
And so I'm down.
And her clothes are hair.
And her clothes are hair, and at some point, I think
witch.
she turns into a jaguar or something. And
it happens.
Goes into space and fights the sun or something. I don't know. I want to play it.
It's good.
Hey, you know what? Both of them are on the Switch now. I'll pick up the Switch compilation.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. So that's why we need the Travis collection.
Yep.
The T3 Travis, all 3 Travis games.
They're good. Check them out.
Yeah. So
but I guess that moves us to.
Oh man.
What everybody else.
Everybody already knows,
and everyone knows that.
Yeah,
I knew before I watched Direct.
I knew before, like not even long after. I was editing, and I was like, "Oh man, I think I may have missed this Direct. Maybe I'll check it out." And then it's like I pick up my phone, and there's like 3 or 4 messages just talking about, "Oh man, you love Smash Brothers,
Smash Brothers."
Yep, and the Inklings are on there, which everybody's wanted ever since Splatoon came out, because it's basically
I'm sure they have.
Yeah, I mean they've basically.
I don't know.
Yeah. Because Splatoon was such a out of left field kind of hit. It's a game that shouldn't be popular. It shouldn't be fun. It's paintball, but it's
like reverse Mario Sunshine. To harken back to earlier in the podcast.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? I figured it out.
You're the one that's marking up.
Yeah, and then Mario has to go through after every match and clean it.
Yeah.
With his super soaker.
Yeah. Mario being a plumber and janitor.
That explains why he looked so sinister in that that reveal.
He does look very sinister.
You know, actually, I know the best way to describe Splatoon. It's if you ever played. Okay, so There's a game in the '90s called Tony Hawk Pro Skater. If you played graffiti mode in Tony Hawk, it's basically it's a third person shooter version of graffiti mode in Tony Hawk.
Oh man, Tony Hawk was great.
Man, all right. So listen, Acclaim, you don't exist anymore. Okay. Who owns Activision? EA? Listen, I don't know who you are. Somebody release the Tony Hawk trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Pro Skaters 1 through 3. There was more. I don't care. Those ones are terrible. Underground was really good. Underground was really okay. Listen, I don't care. Just start releasing those games.
Just do Underground.
Just do Underground. Yeah. Underground was so good.
It's really good.
Oh man.
Maybe it's not a good game, but it was like so much fun.
Oh dude, it was so fun. Like
Underground's great. It's like Grand Theft Auto and skateboarders.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm back on board for Underground. Man, Tony Hawk. Where is actually so people
he's still skateboarding.
He's still skateboarding. God bless that dude is like 60 and he is still shredding.
Yeah, I think he's like 40.
He's like 40. And he's shredding. And God bless, but like I saw somebody tweeting about like they tweeted at like I think it was like somebody just tweeting at Tony Hawk. And like when are they gonna release a remaster of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater series? And he's like, I'm waiting right with you. I want to play those. Like
yeah, those are good games,
dude. They were really good. Man, skating games those went out of style. But we're talking Smash Brothers. We're way off base here.
You could use a skateboard.
Actually, you know what? Yeah,
new challenger approaches.
Tony Hawk. You know what? I know what his final smash would be. There was
the 900.
There was an image I saw, and it was like Tony Hawk way up in the sky. And he's like doing a kickflip, or you know what he does, but he was like on a missile, and it was like you mess with Tony Hawk, you get the tomahawk.
Yeah,
that's the final smash.
Yeah. All right, but let's seriously talk about Super Smash Brothers. The third Super Smash Brothers game called Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, well, we don't know. We don't know just yet. I think actually no, we do know that it's not actually.
Oh really?
So
it's going to be Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah. So man, if it was Super Smash Brothers Z, we get some Goku in there. Cool. I'll do a Kamehameha, but and if the Goku's in there, then Kirby can eat the Goku, and Kirby can do a Kamehameha.
Yeah. We
already got Kirby doing a.
I mean, Kirby's basically Majin Buu.
Yeah. All right, I'm back on board. Goku and Smash. But yeah, Sakurai tweeted something along the lines of saying that it was gonna go back to the original convention of like having a subtitle like Melee or Brawl or whatever.
Because there's Super Smash Brothers, then Super Smash Brothers Melee, then Super Smash Brothers Brawl, then Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, because it was like Super Smash Brothers Wii U, 3DS, you know, whatever, you know, and it was like, this time it's gonna be like Super Smash Brothers Beatdown or something. Switch. Yeah, like it's something cool like punching game.
Super Smash Brothers Smash.
Yeah, Super Smash Brothers Smash.
What's another word for fighting? Super Smash Brothers.
Man, maybe they could really phone it in this time and just be like Super Smash Brothers fighting.
Fighting.
Just fighting.
Super Smash Brothers gang fight.
Yeah, there you go. Super Smash Brothers.
Turf battle.
Yeah, I was literally about to say Turf War.
Turf War. Super Smash Brothers battle.
that actually, I think you hit the nail on the head with the turf fight, because that's what it's called. The multiplayer in the Splatoon is called Turf War.
Oh, okay.
Because you're fighting for turf with your marking your territory.
Yeah. So
there you go. Turf War.
I guess, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
And it's got some silhouetted characters.
Yes.
Which look cool.
Which do look cool.
They look like the shadows of all the characters that we've played before.
Yeah. We obviously couldn't get a ton of definition on Mario and Link, but Link was the Breath of the Wild Link.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Which means we're gonna get that. I'm wondering if that means that it's just gonna be aesthetically that's what he looks like, or if it's actually gonna affect his moveset.
Well, if there's gonna be like a Breath of the Wild, and then a Link, and then a Toon Link.
Yeah, just like pile on the links. Hey, you know what? As long as we don't have any, as long as we have all the characters returning, yeah, that's fine. We can have a new Link. Because I mean, honestly, he could have a completely different moveset. and not even feel similar to Link because he gets you get a bunch of interesting and different abilities in Breath of the Wild, so I could
We'll
see
see.
it.
Yeah.
And then Mario, I'm curious about that too because like they conveniently made the top of its hat very shadowy, and I'm wondering if they're hiding a couple of little, like Mario Odyssey Cappy Eyes. Are we gonna get some moves where is he gonna have a recovery where he tosses the hat and then jumps on it or something? Like that'd be pretty cool. Get some Mario.
That would be
Odyssey
cool.
stuff.
I think they have to have thought about that. So I think when they're going to do that, of course we're going to have New Donk City. Ooh, I thought I almost said something bad again.
Yeah, no kidding. It sounds bad.
It sounds really bad.
It's my favorite thing to say, but every time I'm like, oh, should I say that in public?
Yeah,
it's like
it's weird. But yeah, so of course we're going to get that. We'll probably get a new Zelda Breath of Fresh Air.
Yeah, level. Breath of Fresh Air, which it was. Yeah. And I mean, there's so much to do. Like, I'm wondering where they're going to go. What the stage is going to be on that one.
They could do a Monster Hunter, like a hunter. And like his moves.
Okay, you guys can't see it, but I did a very surprised face because that's the best thing I heard of.
Yeah, and like his different moves could be like the different weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you could do like a bow thing, you could do like a heavy, like a great sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like they could even do like almost like a like like a kind of like an in between of because like you got Ice Climbers that are like two characters, right?
Yeah.
And then you have like Rosalina who has like the Luma as like the little sidekick. You could even have him with like a little Palico that could do like have like a couple moves or something that like or just where he just stays there and like if people get close enough to you he'll do things or whatever like because like Palico is such like a big
he could do like a charge attack. It's like a shield.
Oh yeah. Man, actually, a Monster Hunter would be really good because, like, I mean, if you think about it, yeah, like the most recent one obviously wasn't on Nintendo consoles yet. Yeah. But I mean, like, what 99.9% of Monster Hunters were on.
They're usually on they were on PSP.
They were on PSP, and weren't they?
Or they were on PSP, and then they did make 3. On the 3DS.
It was like 3 and 4, I guess.
It was Tri.
I guess it really was
4, and then it was Generations. Or Cross, whichever.
I guess there was only a few of them, but it felt like so many of them.
Yeah, Tri was exclusive to the Wii.
Yeah, that's right.
So but I mean,
even still, but like Nintendo, they've had like one of the unique relationships with Nintendo that very few other companies have, where they've actually been allowed to use Nintendo assets in their game. Because like in 4 Ultimate, you could get a Link tunic, you could get a Master Sword and shield.
And Cross had a lot.
And Cross too. And then like you could get Samus armor and a Samus gun lance, which is the coolest thing I've ever said.
Yeah. And then you could get your Palicos like Mario Bros.
Yeah.
Because you have to fight a pink and a green Congola. Or Emerald, my bad. Pink and Emerald Congola.
Yeah. So it's like they had a unique relationship with Nintendo that they don't do that with many people. So like a Monster Hunter, and it'd be so cool because like it could be almost like with like the Villager, where it's like because every character has like 4 costumes.
Yeah.
And then with Villager, there was the girl Villager and the boy Villager, and they each had 4 costumes. Yeah. But instead of palette swaps, they were the different actual costumes you could get in the games.
Yeah.
So you could literally have the male and female hunter with 4 different armor sets.
Yeah, so you could have like the chainmail set, a Rathalos set.
Yeah, like Rathalos and then like Rathian for like the girl, and then like oh man,
it'd be really cool. So since we've already established that one of our 14 listeners is a Nintendo rep, you can have
on that. Like, listen, Sakurai, you personally are listening. Yeah. Monster Hunter.
What else? I'm trying to think like things that new characters.
We're probably gonna get an ARMS guy, which is cool.
Yeah.
All right, we're probably gonna get the main dude, which is Springman, or either Springman or Spring Girl or both or whatever, like the 2 costume thing, which is cool. They're like, They're pretty cool. They're like the safe bets. I mean, they're not like my favorite characters, but they'd be still super interesting because it'd be like
Yeah.
ranged
We'll
melee
get the
and all that.
Mii's again.
Yeah, probably
for
get the
sure.
Mii's with a bunch more costumes, probably.
Yeah.
My concern is third party characters returning because like obviously we had Snake and then we lost Snake, right?
Yeah, and Konami doesn't make video games anymore.
Yeah, so we're not gonna get Snake. Oh, we're obviously not gonna get Snake back, but I'm talking like
Sad day.
so Mega Man probably coming back.
Yeah, Mega Man. I would give Mega Man.
Probably give him coming back. Sonic, 2 in a row, probably coming back.
Yeah.
Mega Man. I mean, not Mega Man. I already said Mega Man.
Mm.
Pac Man. Maybe.
Maybe.
The reason I say maybe is because Namco Bandai was making was like an actual developer
Yeah.
on the previous one, and he was in it. So they're not on this one, as far as I can tell. Like their name
Yeah.
hasn't been listed anywhere. So it's possible. It's possible not.
Sure.
Okay. Ryu. Well, Capcom and Nintendo have a pretty good working relationship. So hopefully.
Yeah.
The big one that's a big maybe is Cloud. Because Cloud was just so fun to play. And it was such a, like, man, this is only gonna, like, this was such a,
It was
like...
really weird. It didn't make any sense.
It didn't make
Nintendo's never had... Well, Nintendo has had Final Fantasy, but, like...
They have had
Final
Fantasy.
7.
They didn't have 7. There was literally one game on a Nintendo console that had Cloud in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
It was such a, like... It was literally, like... So they did the Smash vote, right? And Bayonetta won.
Yeah.
Which is why Bayonetta was in it. And I was very surprised until you explained to me that Bayonetta was a good game. And then I was like, oh, that makes sense then. But then, like, Cloud, I'm pretty sure it was like, all right, listen, we know you wanted it.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, again, like I said, it's really like...
So, I don't know, but Nintendo still has... It's lately having a good relationship with Square Enix, so maybe we'll see Cloud back.
Or Noctis. You could see Noctis.
Or we could see Noctis. That would be kind of cool. Somehow, I don't know how, somehow Noctis is even more anime than Cloud, which is weird because Cloud is the spiky hair giant sword anime character, and somehow Noctis is like even more anime than him.
It's all his belts.
It's probably all his belts, and like he's got pants, but that the pants are like also shorts.
Yeah, short pants.
Short pants, yeah. And I don't know. There's a lot of things going on there.
Capris.
Also, everybody in that game is very clearly Caucasian, including his father. And Noctis is the most Japanese character I've ever seen in a game.
It's very true.
Like, you look at him and it's like, listen, King Noctis' dad.
Yeah, he does not come from the European land of Final Fantasy Europe.
Like, I'm not, like, look, I'm not judging you or anything. But, like, oh, you know what? We've never seen his mom, so, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's possible. Or, you know what? Throw it back. Throw it back to old school. If, like, well, I mean, I'm down with... Cloud's my favorite.
It would be cool to have, like, Fighter.
I was literally about to say, like, what if you did, like, so if you can't get Cloud back, right? But they're still going to do a Final Fantasy character. Which I doubt that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Because if I'm being honest, like, since Square is allegedly still working on the Final Fantasy VII remake, they're probably going to pay Nintendo to put them in.
Yeah, that's true.
But could you imagine if it was like Pokemon Trainer and you had, like, Black Mage, Fighter, and Thief?
Yeah.
And you could switch between them.
That would be pretty cool.
And, like, they had, they had a timer or whatever, you know? Like their, like, speed or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, that would be super cool.
Like their active time battle.
Yeah.
That would be cool. But we could speculate literally for another, like, 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is actually one other thing.
What is one other thing?
So Konami did make a video game recently. And I'm not talking about the stupid, not Metal Gear. They made, on the Switch, they made a Bomberman game.
Oh, yeah.
So Bomberman,
would be
really cool.
Yeah.
But they also had a bunch of Konami characters. Why did I keep mixing those two up? Konami characters that were like unlockable in Bomberman.
Okay.
One of them was Simon Belmont, and
He'd be
with all that Castlevania going around, I'm just saying I want
He'd be cool.
I want Simon Belmont.
Simon Belmont would be a really cool
Like,
Smash Brother character, like beyond cool.
yeah, but yeah, we could go on about this forever.
Could.
But we're gonna have to curb our Smash excitement for the
Yeah.
time being. I believe there's gonna be a I could be wrong. I believe there's gonna be a Smash test or something, kind of like what they've done with a few of their online games in the past, where they've released a limited demo to test the servers and stuff like that. So if that happens over the summer or whatever, we'll definitely have to test that and get back to you.
Definitely.
But I think it's time for Retro Corner. I feel like you probably got something that you want to talk about.
On a Retro Corner?
Yeah.
You might have to remind me, because...
What was it? Where were we gonna... You got the Game Boy, the retro Game Boy was...
oh, yeah, well, I don't have it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
But
now I'm
still,
following
like,
you. I was thinking, like, wait, what?
Yeah, no.
Well, first off, there's the Texas Pinball Festival, and we're thinking it's probably...
Yeah.
We're probably going to go to the Friday night one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts at 5 p.m. It's $15 to get in, and like I said, I'm not a huge pinball guy, but like I could probably spend an evening playing pinball.
Oh, for sure.
So
like,
we definitely are going to go. We'll post for sure an announcement that will be there from what time to what time, but we're just going to be there with,
probably for the evening, just like checking out that pinball, checking out the arcade.
Yeah. And if you can't
probably
make it,
catch me in the joust if they got that bad boy.
Yeah, if you can't make it, we're gonna put up a little sights and sound video. Shortly after we go. But that's a part of our Retro Corner. And then I went ahead and did it because. Okay, well, maybe like 5 more minutes. This is probably going to be a longer podcast, but I was talking to you, and I said, you know what would be really cool?
Yeah.
Like, everyone's saying, oh, we need an N64 Classic. And it's starting to get a little ridiculous. Like, when is it going to stop? Are people going to want, like, a GameCube Classic after that? Like,
Wii U Classic coming.
Yeah, Wii U Classic. So, but something that they really could do would be, like, a Game Boy Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, because... I mean, you could literally put probably every Game Boy game on there, memory-wise.
Easily. I don't know if... So, in high school, I had a flash drive. And that was in high school, so flash drives weren't as cheap.
Yeah.
It was just a couple gigs. And I literally had every single N64 game on there.
Yeah. So
like,
it's definitely possible, but, like, I don't know. If they did a Game Boy Classic, that would be awesome. They could even just do like Game Boy Classic and just have Game Boy Color as well. Maybe
yeah, they would probably combine the two, probably.
Yeah. But we don't have one right now, and so I had looked around. I'd heard some things. There's a Chinese knockoff, and I usually am like, no, buy first party, buy what But this is a Game Boy Color. Can play all the Game Boy Color games. You can play all the Game Boy games, and it's backlit.
Yes.
It also has 66 games pre-installed, but I'm pretty sure they're all like Chinese knockoffs.
Like Titanic and
like super like Lario Brothers.
Yeah.
But so that's not really a driving point, but being able to play classic Game Boy games like on the go,
like backlit.
Yes, and it's not frontlit, so it's not like the old Game Boy Advances. So it's actually like an even better picture quality.
Yeah, it's like the DS where it's actually
So I picked up one of those for $35. And I'm actually going to do a video, so there's not much I want to talk about. I don't have it yet, so we're going to see. I'll do a video and see if it's worth it for anybody. But
it sounds super. You told me about it, and I got super hyped, so I'm looking forward to hearing about it. The GB
Boy.
Yeah.
Not Game Boy, but like Game Boy Boy.
Yeah, the Game Boy Boy.
The GB Boy Color, spelt the European way.
Oh, yeah.
OU. Yeah.
Color.
So we'll see. And I got it in royal purple because
it's
a Nintendo product, so it has to go in royal purple.
Yeah? Yeah. You told me about that, and I got super hyped. So I'm looking forward to like when you get
We'll
yours.
see. I could turn it on and it just doesn't work. We don't know, but so I guess we'll have to wait for the review to see if it goes through. But
yeah, and unfortunately, I don't have a retro corner of my own again this week because I got like super sick. Like literally, we finished last podcast and we wrapped it up, and I was like, man, I kind of got a headache.
Uh-huh.
And then I took a Tylenol that didn't do anything. Turns out it was a sinus headache. Because literally the day after that podcast, I woke up and was just like, I can't move.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be gone for 4 days.
But
hey, you know what? Well, that's all good. Thank you all for stopping by.
Yeah, and tune in next week.
Sharing our Smash and No More Heroes hype, and we probably talked about other things. So,
And have a good morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're listening to this, have a good that.
Yeah. All right, later.
Later.